For the second big warning sign, concentration. Think of the S&P 500 like a big group project. Right now, a handful of students are doing almost all of the work, and that creates a huge risk for everyone's grade. Just look at these numbers. A mere 10 companies now make up an entire third of the S&P 500's value. That's even more top-heavy than it was during the dot-com bubble. And here's why that matters. If even a couple of these giants trip up, they can pull the whole index down with them. It doesn't matter how great the other 490 companies are doing. When you see all that concentration, especially in buzzy sectors like AI, it's so tempting to just jump in because you don't want to miss out. But Buffett's second rule is basically designed to stop you from making that exact mistake. He loves to use this analogy from the turn of the last century. Back then, everyone knew the automobile was going to change the world. It was obvious, but there were 2,000 car companies. Could you have picked the tiny handful that would actually survive and win? Probably not. The lesson is, just because a technology is going to be revolutionary, that doesn't automatically make it a good investment. And that idea perfectly tees up his concept of the circle of competence. Look, you don't need to be an expert on everything. You don't have to understand AI or biotech or quantum computing. You just need to be brutally honest with yourself about what you do understand, and then have the discipline to stay within that circle. Knowing what you don't know is probably the most powerful weapon an investor has. Okay, our third warning sign comes from a tool that Buffett himself created. He once called it the best single measure of where valuations stand at any